Hello and welcome. This is Rooflemonger, and here is my tier list. So this is happening live on the stream right now. So these guys are going to be animals, I'm sure, and we're just going to do this right here. So we're on the Madman Cafe tier chart maker, and let's just start at the start. Start at the start. Where's Cell? Boom. Done. Tier by himself. I don't care. I know some of you guys have seen a video of the Japanese players saying Kid Boo's the best. They're fully entitled to their opinion, and I absolutely cannot agree. Don't get me wrong, Kid Boo's going to do well on this list, but just can't agree. He's got the best everything or second best everything. The numbers don't lie. He wins every tournament. If you want to win, you have to have Cell on your team for the most part, or not even for the most part, just kind of in totality. Cell is, without a doubt, unequivocally, fully in control, the best character in the game. No one is on his level, and that's the end of that story. Argue in the comments, but please don't just regurgitate what the Japanese players said in the YouTube video. Please try to use your own words on that one if you got to argue for Kid Boo. But don't worry, because Kid Boo, if we can find him here, right underneath him, we're doing this. And where's Bardock? Because we're going right here. This is tier 2. Tier 1 is Cell tier, God tier. Tier 2 is Kid Boo and Bardock. So these characters are absolutely beasts. They're crazy. Bardock, he only got one speed, and that speed's go. But his pressure is off the charts. His ability to fling himself at you more than just, you know, the usual stuff with like any kind of rebellion spear into an assist. His mix-ups in the corner, his pressure, his damage, his ability to burn so many bars. It's all insane. The only thing holding him back is he's simply not an all-rounded character like Cell is, right? If he was an all-rounder like Cell, then he would be up here, like on the tier above. But he's only good at the one thing, and granted, he's basically the best at the one thing, but he's only good at the one thing, so there it is. And Kid Boo, utility, mix-ups, the range, the everything, all amazing. The things you gotta really hit him for are his damage is below average, Cell's damage is above average, and that's kind of the thing that holds Kid Boo back. His assist is obviously amazing. It's the thing is though, to bring out the most of his assists, you can't just use it with any old character, right? For these two characters here, obviously his assist is amazing, but if you want to bring out, say, who we got here? Beerus. Kid Boo and Beerus ain't gonna play along so well, right? So he's a good amplifier for the already good characters, but it's pretty character specific, and luckily for the good characters, it's for them. You know, I can't fault him. He's an amazing character. That's why he's on tier number 2. But yeah, it's just he just kind of isn't the all full total package because of his low damage and some other little quibbles. That makes Cell absolute number 1. Don't get me wrong, I think he's basically second best character in the game, but Cell is number 1. Now let's go from the top to the bottom. Here comes Nappa. Where's Nappa going? Uh-oh. What? No, let's put him a little lower. Let's put him a little lower. There we go. And while we're at it, here, low tier is now the Nappa tier. So only Nappa is Nappa tier. Nappa is the worst character in the game. Other characters are bad. Other characters obviously need buffs. But only Nappa is Nappa tier. You know anything about me? I put a lot of my heart and soul in the Nappa. I got like, I have over 100 hours of training mode with Nappa alone. Just him, over 100 hours. I have a whole document of like these tiniest little like edge case scenarios for like restands, like weird left right gimmicks where the Starman hits you and you get to left right them because they restand on the spot, and then you cross up on like all the, because you have to learn this kind of stuff just to make him as good as a bad character, right? Let alone a Nappa tier character. So Nappa, a combination of his damage sucks, he needs assists, he critically needs assists, not even like casually, right? Critically needs assists, has weird hitboxes, he's a wide character, he's a tall character, it's just like everything works against him, and nothing works in his favor. He's got cool looking combos, and if you get hit by like a, you know, a weird restand, left, right, mix up or something, you're gonna get blown away the first time. You're like, whoa, you'll think he's way stronger than he is. But the sad truth is, he's Nappa and he sucks.
That's right, everyone of my race can become a giant gorilla.
Now going down, let's keep going, our train to the bottom. This is, we got our friends here. Now, let's see here, Vegeta Blue, he's not alone here. There we go, let's get some friends. Let's get some disgraced friends for Vegeta Blue here. Good people all in all, to be sure, but disgraced friends nevertheless. Alright. This is the shame crew. They are good people. If you main one of these characters, good on you. But these are simply not good characters. And yeah, there's chat stuff. I'll read the chat after we do all this. Vegeta Blue sucks. He's an asset flip with barely any thought put into the character. That's all I can really say. It's obvious when the tender love and care pass went over some of the characters. I'm sure Vegeta Blue wasn't even made yet because he's just an asset dump. Straight up, he's an asset dump. They copy and pasted the base Vegeta model, same for Goku Blue. It just happened to work out a little bit better for Goku Blue. And like, what is his game plan? Like, all he can do is throw himself at you, and that's it. Like, there's nothing else to him. Beerus, in the original tier list I made months and months ago, Beerus, he was better off. The problem with Beerus is, months and months ago, a lot of characters like, cool, oh man, we're also learning the game, you know, we're learning what we're going on here. And Beerus kind of peaked. Like, we kind of figured out Beerus 3 months ago, and that was it, right? And then, like, we've learned so much. Like, people used to argue Kid Buu, like, was, like, you know, an above-average tier character, but that was it. That's what people used to argue Kid Buu. And then we figured out Kid Buu, right? So he's way better now. Beerus is just, like, the textbook definition of the doldrums. He just kind of got solved, and that was it. And, like, it's nothing amazing about him. His damage is, Like, he had, like, you know, a couple glitches, I guess, but, like, you can't really count glitches for balance. And he's just mediocre, that's all I can really say. Majin Buu, boom, same deal. Needs assists, absolutely. He needs assists to do what these characters can do worse for less damage. I made in the most recent video there, I made a case for it. His stand light is a travesty. Straight up travesty. It whiffs on crouchers. It whiffs on small standing characters. Like, I can't really say much more. Like, man, he just sucks. Like, it breaks my heart. Like, if you weren't aware, and I've told the story a couple times, when I bought this game, the very first character I picked was Majin Buu. He was the character I was most stoked for originally. The first 3 characters I picked in this game were Tien, Majin Buu, and Nappa. Like, that was my first team of 3 in practice mode. And well, goes to show I know how to pick them, right? Tien's all right, I guess, but yeah, Majin Buu is just a very frustrating character because, like, he just don't work. Like, he has to be the point character, absolutely has to be the point character to even do his barely worthwhile stuff for very low damage. Like, it just sucks. Like, that's it. That's all I can say, man. Like, I can go into like a million little details of why he's not that good, but yeah, this is not that great. Teen Gohan, do I need to make the argument? Like, his damage is alright. Bomb loops look cool, but here's the range of his normals. His pressure outside of certain assists with lockdown is very weak. Just, he's not a threat, and like, unlike other like strictly rushdown characters, he looks at you and all he can do himself is fling himself at you the old-fashioned way. Like, he doesn't have no rebellion spirit, he has no rush forward move that's good. Because he can do the dive kick, I guess, but it's no rebellion spear. He's just...
That's right, everyone of my race can become a giant gorilla.
Yeah, there you go. If he could turn into a giant gorilla, if he had the tail still, maybe we'd have an argument, right? But as it stands, man, he's just a fully underwhelming character. He's a rushdown character with not good rushdown. And, like, that's just kind of how it is. So now let's just kind of... These are the more defined areas, so now we got a whole bunch of random people to work with, so we're just going to do this stuff on the fly. So yeah, let's just start with 16. 16 is a good baseline, I think. So I'm going to put 16 right here. As much as I cry and moan and complain about 16 being nerfed, he's not the worst character in the game. I'll be the first to admit it. I still am hurt by the nerf. But, yeah. He's a very solid character. He's got good normals. He's got, you know, stand heavy still has some utility, even if the utility got nerfed. He's got good pressure. He's a character where if you start blocking too much, he's still got to worry about the auto combo throw nabbing you out of something. He's a pretty alright character, but he's certainly not as strong as he used to be, as his best features were taken away from him. But the rest of it is fine. Like, it's good. So let's say this is our baseline for a solid of mid-tier, right here. So going on from solid to mid-tier, you can't get much more mid-tier than Captain Mid-Tier himself, Trunks. Trunks is the definition of mid-tier in this game as far as I'm concerned. Everything works, nothing's bad, but nothing's amazing, you know, like, he's just very solid mid-tier. I got an itchy nose. But yeah, he's just alright. Like, to me, like, as of the time of me recording right now, on yesterday's stream, I was asked who's the most balanced character in the game, and I said Trunks. Trunks is the most balanced character in the game, because he just works. He's good at what he sets out to do, but he's like, no, not as... The problem is he's not great at what he sets out to do like some of these other characters. But yeah, he's just really, really good.
Race can become a giant gorilla.
Now, going on with that, once again, I'm just going to do this, and oh, I hear people complaining. I hear people complaining. Oh, there we go, 18 mid-tier. Good pressure, good mix-ups. Obvious flaws, low damage-ish. Depends, like, she needs assist for combos for, like, a lot of the fancier combos, right? But if you do, then she has some, I'd say, slightly above average damage. The barrier assist is annoying, but it has good gimmicks, especially with the Dragon Rush gimmick, if you don't know that. You're not allowed to tech Dragon Rush unless you hit the Dragon Rush button when the barrier's up, because her barrier will absorb an attack. Now, granted, I'll be the first one. I don't have too much experience with the character, but yeah, she's all right. She's good at what she does, but once again, she's not great at what she does. So it's kind of like the thing, especially with her, Trunks, and all that. Like, why pick these characters over these characters, right? Now, going on the mid-tier train, I am going to grab Vegito and Zamasu. Now, when I've been asked many times about these characters, you know, what do you think? Who's better, right? And at first, I was like, I think Vegito's better on paper, but Zamasu will be better over time. And granted, these characters are not
everyone of my race can become a giant gorilla.
Fully explored completely, right? But I feel as though these characters, they got some stuff figured out, and I don't honestly think Zamasu now, knowing what we know, is any better than Vegito. Vegito's straightforward, he's a good brawler, builds a lot of bar, does above average damage. Got some really sassy block strings he can do solo too. He's got a lot of mix-ups and all that kind of stuff, but he needs assists. He needs a specific team built around him. But that said, like, that's all I can really say. Like, there's nothing amazing about them. I could have swore, like, in my initial reactions anyways, I would put Zamasu a tier above. But as it stands, I really can't. Certainly not a bad character in any way, shape, or form, but just solidly mid-tier. So now, let's keep going here. Goku, another definition of mid-tier himself. I play a lot of Goku myself, despite my hate for the character, because you know I don't like Goku. And to all the people who got mad at that video, good, I'm glad you got mad that you learned what a monster he is, because he's a garbage piece of trash, and also Tien's better than him. But besides that, in the character in the game, he's pretty good. He's got everything he kind of needs. He could use a little bit more, in my opinion. But another definition of mid-tier himself, right? Good damage, better than average mix-up game off his level 3, which a lot of people don't know about. But he's got a really good post-level 3 and mix-up game. But yeah, he's just kind of... He just is solid mid-tier. Go Tanks, little Rat Boy. Rat Boy gets to go right here. Rat Boy is top 5 character, and while we're on top 5, let's just finish up our top 5 right here. Go Tanks and Adult Gohan. Rat Boy and Gohan, they are just fantastic characters. Gohan, do I need to even elucidate on this at all? Like, I don't think I can. I don't think I need to, right? He got nerfed, sure. He's still an amazing character. Amazing damage, amazing utility, amazing everything. But for Gotenks, let's talk about Gotenks a little bit more. So Gotenks solo is a low damage character. He has a top tier assist.
My race can become a giant gorilla.
Like just little things like his jump heavy has absurd range that doesn't really convey itself well in the animation. He's got good corner damage-ish, depending if you got an assist or not. He has solo Oki off the stationary ghost assist. So if you knock him down the corner, you do level 1 stationary ghost, and then you kind of hold your buttons and like release. You can really like dominate the wake up. Doesn't matter what your tech is. Doesn't matter up, back, down, whatever. He can really own your wake up pretty good solo, which not a lot of characters can do. And just once again, the utility of assist, and plus his neutral's good. He's got an air beam and a ground beam. His assist is absolutely absurd. Lets you get combos like no one else can in the game. Super high block stun. Like, yo, the Sonic Fox team, right? Like, these 2 assists let him do all the crazy stuff. Like, that's how good those assists are. So right here is your kind of, to me anyways, your solidified top 5. This would be your top 5 of the game. Now, going onwards to solid mid-tier territory. And actually, we're going to move this a little bit down here. Alright, so I think also there is an upper mid-tier. So right here, upper mid-tier, while not as devastatingly overwhelming, better than like the true mid here, and they're not top 5 characters, but here, actually, we'll just put them in a little... Actually, no, we'll put them right above here, because they are not top 5, but they are better than the characters in this row. So 21 and Vegeta. Vegeta, he's Vegeta, dude. The assist alone, whatever, we all know, right? He's an incredibly solid character, even without that assist. Like, people used to say, well, oh, you pick him for the assist and, like, the character's whatever. No, the character is good. Like, he's, the normals department, he's alright. He's certainly not top tier in that regard, but, like, the utility, his, like, just kind of one-off basic Ki Blast harass, really good for baiting out homing dashes. Since he has an invincible move in the air, he's exceptionally amazing at baiting out homing dashes, because he doesn't have to ground himself, so he can really just harass with his amazing aggressive angle basic Ki Blast. The rush kick's fantastic because he gets the air recover, and if you haven't, you can just go like rush kick assist. If it hit, great, full combo, you dash forward, full combo, and if not, then cool, it's a block string, you get the dash forward and mix up, right? Like, the rush kick's one of the best specials in the game. He's, combined with that and his very top tier assist, he is slightly above average character. So if this is our baseline here, then let's have a slightly below mid tier. So here, straddling the line exactly is our now true mid tier. So we're exactly on the line here. This is as mid tier as you get. So do I have more people to put in this true mid tier? Yes, we do, sir. Because Tien, Goku Blue, and Krillin are all coming here. Oh, and what am I doing? 21 or 21? Goku Black is also in this slightly better than average tier. Doesn't need to. I don't. Do I need to explain this? I don't think I do. Everyone knows Goku Black. Everyone knows Goku Black. So hey, Krillin's high up, right? Well, yeah, because Krillin's really good. I put some time to Krillin. I recently made the guide. Please forgive my bad play of him if you watched him earlier yesterday on the stream, because I'm not good with Krillin yet. That was the first day I actually played Krillin. But Krillin is worlds better than people give him credit for. Is he great? No, of course not. He's not great. But he's not bad. Actually, we really gotta do this, don't we here? Yeah, there we go. We gotta make room, because the mid-tier is getting crowded. There we go. Now we got room for Krillin. There we go. There you are, buddy. So let's just talk about who we just had here. Tien, once again, kind of definition of a balanced character. He's got a lot of good tools. You know, has like armored, the volleyball launcher, medium volleyball launcher is armored. Obviously his damage is much higher than pretty much any other character in the game. He has bar to burn. His level 1 is the highest scaling level 1 in the game. His Chaozu is the highest scaling super in the game, period. So he's got the damage, he's got some utility, he's just kind of, Like, his beam is the worst beam in the game. Now, granted, any beam is better than no beam, but for him, you know, it's just not, it's not as good, because, you know, it doesn't give you the time to hit confirm and to vanish like the beams do. He's out there a lot longer, but in that respect, like, that still sucks, but, you know, he's just solidly average. Goku Blue, he's got some decent offense to him. Once again, I'll be the first. I keep saying this. I think his assist is the worst assist in the game. I know it has edge case utility when it comes to, like, slide out knockdowns and all that kind of stuff, but, like, yo, I don't like, that's not enough for me. I just think it's a bad assist. It's bad in neutral. It's bad for recombos outside of those hyper edge cases. But him, the character, unlike Vegeta Blue, even though I do think he's a very slapdash, put together asset reflip character, his asset reflip slapdash happened to be better than Vegeta Blue's. Because at the very least, he's got alright damage. He's got the gimmicks are gimmicks, like, you know, the teleport stuff, but they still work out alright in the end. He plays pretty good with other assists for combos. And obviously has a level 5 to burn, and on a better character that you actually might want to use that's better off than, you know, old Vegeta Blue over here. But yeah, I think he's a fully solid character. And I'm sorry I'm itching my nose the whole time here. Just, my nose is itchy. But yeah, let's talk Krill Boy. So Krillin, you know, Krillin, he has the bad normals, but quote unquote. His 5M actually has some decent range. That's standing medium, and it also is faster than most standing mediums. Obviously, his down heavy sucks, but, like, the rock is really good. If you watched a stream yesterday, I showed some stuff here. Like, here's like a very similar to a Cell Kid Buu style block mix-up. Not as good, but, you know, you have to guess high-low cross-up, and everything except for the cross-up's a true block string. So you have to coin flip just like you'd have to coin flip against Cell. And he's using that with, I made that up with the Android 16 assist too, not even the Kid Buu. Get more savage with Kid Buu. And then also you have the rock. So if your first mix-up fails, the rock will hit, have a little bit of block stun, and then you can go for a second attempt. And between that and, like, you know, really ghetto after image mix-ups and all that, but, like, he's pretty good at mix-ups. Not as good as the best, but he's so much better than people give him credit for, and his post-level 3 Oki options is among the best in the game. So here we are, we're running low on our chart here. We only got a couple characters left, and
a giant gorilla.
They basically all fit on the same tier, so let's just slap them all in here. This is the slightly below average tier. What in the world? There we go. This is our slightly below average tier. Let's get these guys nice and fit it together there. So how many tiers we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tiers. Oh my lord. If I wasn't doing this live, I probably would have condensed tiers a little bit. But looking at it, I agree with my own choice, funnily enough. But yeah, let's talk about these guys here. I think they are all better off than the people below them. I do strongly believe that. Piccolo, he has his obvious faults. We all know it at this point. The best thing about the character, honestly, is the homing ball. So really good assists. His combo damage is alright, but, like, he's just a lacking character. Like, he's just not that good. Like, he's certainly not wretched, right? People have stuck him, like, obviously, congrats to Hook Gangon for winning some of the power, right? And he used Piccolo. He's not a fully wretched character, but he's also not an amazing character. Frieza, another poster boy for mediocrity here. Nothing's wrong with him on paper, but it just doesn't work. He's a zoner in a game where zoning doesn't work. And if you looked at my suggestions for balance, like, I would want to up the zoning aspect of the character, at least try to force it, other than just changing the whole aspect of what the character works with. Yamcha, top tier assist, below average character. Like, that's what I really say. His damage sucks. His level 1's the worst scaling level 1 in the game, if you're not aware about that. Due to the nature of how his attack structure works, his damage is always going to scale down to crap. if you pick Yamcha on your team, you are putting him on your team for the assist. Like, people argue that for Vegeta all the time too, but Vegeta's actually a pretty alright character. Yamcha, I can't say much to say. Ginyu, sure. Like, yo, I've lost to really good Ginyus who put mastery into the character, made me go like, what's happening, right? Like, I don't know what's going on, but like, he's just somewhat mediocre. Like, the big thing that really hurts him is he has good moves, but the slavery to the rotation is what hurts him. And, you know, he obviously has not much real say in how the rotation works other than just working your way through it. So he's just a fully setup-based character. Like, if I just see Birder come out, then I know for a fact the next thing coming up is Purple Comet attack, and then I can play around it, right? Like, I can homing dash through it. Like, I know what's coming. So when you know what's next, it's not as scary. Like, sure, the move's great. You know, the Raccoon Laser is really good too. But, like, all he is fixed on the rotation. So he's got good normals. I think he has better than average normals, honestly. But with that in mind, just... I don't know, he's a character I almost feel like would need a rework, because if you just tweak any one of the things too much, and then it will actually be too much, right? But just tweak. But yeah, so let's talk here. So hit. If we flash back to like 3 or 4 months ago, whatever, when the game was newer, hit would be like up here. That's what everyone would say, right? But as we got better with the character, we learned more and more about the game. Hit just kind of goes lower and lower and lower and lower and lower. And here we are. So the biggest thing about Hit is he's too straightforward in how his structure works. Hit's the one character, like anyone else in the game, when you're blocking, you down block first, right? That's just kind of the mentality. You're going to be doing a lot of down backing. Hit's a character, you just stand block everything. Don't worry about it. You don't have to worry about Hit like doing anything low, really. His down medium is slower than his overhead. It's actually slower than his overhead. So when it comes to the mix-up, you react low, not the other way around. And because of that, you can just hold... Here, I'm using my controller here. You can hold up back and hold tag.
That's right, everyone.
And if when you're doing that, it does the tag out option select. And it's really weak against lows, right? But you can stop and react to the low if you see it. So, meaning if there's any gap at all in his offense, you just immediately tag out. And then the tag out, he'll whiff whatever his delayed move was, and the tag comes, smacks him in the face, he's done. He is a character that's crippled by this tech. Obviously, his stuff looks cool. He's got a lot of good stuff. He's got a lot of cool left-right stuff. Looking for my words here. He is not without merit. But because he's so straightforward and such a simple option select really wrecks his gameplay, he's got to be down here with the rest of the No Fun crew. But now that I said No Fun crew, let's talk about the most fun crew. Because we got King Broly. Broly is not a very good character. I feel very qualified to say that. He's certainly not wretched. That's why I don't got him any lower than here. Like, he ain't over here. He's up here. He's better off than these guys. Broly is very susceptible to getting vanished on. If you're not aware, so say I do a basic block string, like whatever, into the fireball. And if you block the fireball, you're kind of screwed because that's where like the pressure starts. But if you vanish through that gap, what's going to happen is you're going to vanish on the other side of Broly, hit him in the back, he's going to armor through it, but you land, and then he's still going this. Meaning, in any other character in the game where you would just vanish, hit him, he's done, you get a full punish situation on your hands. And this is the case for a lot of his armored moves, where the armor actually hurts him rather than helps him. Now, on top of that, being able to be uniquely punished where no other character in the game can be, obviously his damage isn't very good. If you watch me play Broly at all, you know I have a team specifically built around maximizing, no pun intended, Broly's output. So you might say Broly, if you look at my team, is a high damage character, but I'm burning both assists per combo. Like, I'm burning 2 assists per combo to do less damage than Cell does solo. So yeah. That said, yeah, just, his low damage output. The big thing that helps him here is, and not keeping him here, is he's got a great toolbox. He's got a lot of options. He's got more tools to work with. If this was like a utility tier list, and only counting utility, Broly would be like up here. Broly has one of the best toolboxes in the game. But due to the fact he's very easily uniquely punished with vanishes, like you have to really watch every block string you do, because anyone who's just prone to mashing vanish through a gap is going to screw over Broly harder than any character in the game. That and his low damage, and some character-specific interactions with hitboxes, that's why he's here. So yeah, now we got our whole tier list here. So we got here our top tier, and this is 3 succinct and different tiers, even though this is your top 5. Because Cell is better than Bardock and Kid Buu, and Bardock and Kid Buu are better than Gohan and Gotenks, but these characters comprise your top 5. We have here upper mid tier. We have here our mid tier, our lower mid tier, our no fun crew bad tier, and we have in the bottom here, at the absolute bottom, we have Nappa tier. And yeah, that concludes the tier list. So, for those of you watching in the chat, want to go crazy with your emoticons, now's the time. But for everyone else watching at home, that's my kind of thought process here. Doing a little bit different than the usual style of video I normally make, but let me know if you liked it or not. And yeah, that will conclude this video. So thank you very much for watching. Hope this video found you well. Go out and play some Dragon Ball. Yeah, look at that. Nah, this stuff's not gonna be on the YouTube video. Yeah, this stuff's not on YouTube. I ain't gonna make it.
This is the love we're making. This is the love we're making.